There's been over 170 plane crashes in this single district of northern England alone, and a number of these flights crashed for the exact same reason. Now, this particular wreckage is of a Boeing Superfortress, and in 1948 it was making a very routine flight from around 70 miles from here. And after the plane took off, everything was going fine. They were making their journey. There was a lot of low-flying cloud that day, so zero visibility for the pilots, and they were relying completely on the instruments of the aircraft to determine their position. So the flight continued, they passed over an area known as Bleaklow Bomber, and they started their descent. What happened in reality though was they descended straight into Bleaklow Bomber, which is where we're stood right now. And it's believed that because of such strong headwinds hitting the plane, they miscalculated their position and they thought they were further than they were. And as you can see, there's an awful lot of the wreckage still here. There's even more further down this path. Now, if there's any aviation specialists watching this, you might be able to identify some of the parts here. I believe these two are the engines. Some of the more sizable parts that are still here left in the wreckage. And there is a memorial plaque for those who were lost in the accident just up here. Let's go and take a little look. I'm not too sure what that is. Somebody can let me know if you do know. I don't know how easy that is to read for you, but it says, "In memory, here lies the wreckage of B-29 Superfortress overexposed of the 16th Photographic Reconnaissance Squadron USAF, which tragically crashed whilst descending through cloud on 3rd November 1948, killing all 13 crew members. The aircraft was on a routine flight from RAF Scampton to American AFB Burton Wood. It is doubtful the crew ever saw the ground. Memorial laid by 367 Air Navigation Course of RAF Finningley on 12th of November 1988. It's pretty amazing how widely spread all the debris is. I guess it's not surprising if you really think about it, but I haven't seen a crash site before. I think this is kind of the last part of it, so it kind of paints a picture of the crash site, or the crash event, sorry, a little bit. Now these days, this crash site serves in memory of the 13 people who lost their lives that day. So whilst it is a fascinating place that I would recommend visiting, it is essentially a memorial. So please bear that in mind if you do visit. Don't take anything away and be careful of the weather, because if it's as foggy as it is today, there's a good chance you might get lost. This is the entrance you're going to be looking for if you decide to come here. There is a lot of parking space here. This area is called Snake Pass Summit. If you look online, it kind of seems to deter you from driving, but there is a lot of kind of space on the side of the road for plenty of cars, so I think you'll be fine, assuming it's not busy. Once you're parked up, have a look for this fence, this gate. There is a little sign with some information. That's about all you're going to see. It does say it's 4 miles, 3 to 4 hours. I don't know if it didn't take us that long. Not even close. But it was pretty tricky to find the route and stay on the path. I'm not sure if we got lost. We followed this path here for probably 2/3 of the journey, and then we kind of took a left somewhere, found a few bits of path, but it wasn't particularly obvious. We might have just gone the wrong way, who knows. Shout out to the two guys that I bumped into. We made it up there and they waited around, which I think helped me not get lost on the way back, so big ups to you guys. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If there's anywhere you want me to go, anything interesting you want me to check out, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely try. If it's in Yorkshire, it's almost definitely a yes. If it's further away, it's going to be a maybe and sometime in the future. But I'm hoping to do a lot more of these. So let me know what you want to see.